In this video, I'm going to show a few of the right-click menu options from the right click of your mouse that are available that I used a little bit in this assignment. So the one thing I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to make a star. So coming in, making a star. Once again, stars and shapes, you can use the cursor keys as far as up and down to change the sides of your stars, or sorry, points of your stars, or sides of your stars that way. One more thing about the star tool is if you click it, you can also change how big and small the inside radius is. That's the outside radius is radius 1 versus the inside radius is radius 2, and it can make those points be a little bit further away from the internal circle there. But anyway, I'm just going to cancel that. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is go to my selection tool right away here, and I'm going to right click. Now, the two things I use a lot in my right-click menu are the transform. All right, transform is giving you things that are able to rotate, which is easily done with the selection tool. But another way to do that, reflect, which is a way to mirror things, and scale. I usually make my two things I do a lot are reflecting and scaling in this menu. I haven't ever really used the shear piece there, but if you play around and find out what it does, it could be useful too. Coming in, what I'm going to do right away is I'm just going to do some scales. So scaling, one of the things I did do is hit preview. It shows you kind of what you're doing there. So if you come in and go, I want to do 75% of what my last one was, all right, and hit copy, it's going to make a copy of that. And then if you come in and right click this next one and you hit transform, one of the things that says transform again, that's just going to make it smaller by 25% one more time. I'm going to hit scale one more time there just so I get a chance to copy that again, and then I can get another one. So this is a way to make things scale up or scale down to have repetition that has a rhythm to it, so it kind of looks nice as you're doing it. I'm just stacking all mine on top of each other, but you could kind of lay these out in an array or whatever you wanted to have happen, and it can kind of make a really cool design. Another thing, one more time, right click, transform, and scale, and I'm just going to hit that copy one more time. Now, things you could do here is just kind of running one off the edge, and then moving it down, and going to the next one, doing the same kind of idea. Mine aren't filled, but if I were to come in and fill them, it would block out the one that's underneath. So you just see the top one. Depends kind of how you want your stars to look, but this is kind of one little example about what you could do with that by kind of making an array, making it bend around or whatever may happen that way, but just kind of some cool things we can do that way. Now the other thing that I'm going to do, and I'm just going to kind of use this little one to do it, is taking this and right clicking it and then going to the transform menu and doing a reflect. Once again doing preview, once again hitting copy unless you only want to have your normal one that you had there flip over, but once you hit copy, it gives you the complete opposite of what you had before. So if you want things to look mirrored, that's a way to do that. Coming in here to the next one, right click, and I'm going to go to transform and go to reflect, and hit copy one more time. I'm going to use my cursor keys just to run that across, and this will give me the exact opposite of what I had on the other side. There's some things we might want to do that way that may have that kind of rhythm and that kind of opposite effect going on. The other things I like to use in the right click menu are, I like to use the right click, selection first, right click, and then the arrange menu, bringing things up and down. I kind of showed that in my last video. And then there's a few other things you can do. One of them is grouping. And what grouping does is if I have more than one thing selected, when I right click it and group it, when I go to select one thing, it groups it so it moves those things around together, which is a very handy feature to figure out. And then you can always come in and also ungroup if we didn't want things to work together any longer. I'm just going to back out of there because I kind of double clicked in, getting into isolation view. Just kind of back out if that ever happens to you. But coming in here, that allows us to ungroup, or once again selecting multiple in group. There's a few things that I can also do here, but I can I'm going to end this video for today. Making guides is kind of gives you lines where you want to line things up from existing shapes or lines you already have had, and then that's about it. Alright, thanks guys and gals for watching. Have a good day.